Here with our 2016-2017 wrestling preview head coach Steve Hall. And Steve, ranked third in the preseason rankings. You have to be excited about the season ahead.
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, preseason's preseason, and but being ranked third is something that we're really happy with. Shows some potential that the program has coming out of last year and going into this year with some new blood being added to a pretty successful team from last year. Again, it's preseason, but it's better to be ranked third than to be not ranked at all.
And talk a little bit about the veterans and the leadership they've shown here in practice leading up to Saturday's start.
Yeah, I mean, we have a really strong, returning group, that has got a ton of experience last year. We got 5 freshmen into the starting lineup by the time we were in the middle of the year last year. So they got a ton of experience. They were accomplished. And that's coming out and shining through, as we get into this season, where they're showing some leadership and showing the new guys, what it's all about.
Arguably, maybe your best performance since you took over this Saturday of the conference championships, almost a person on the mat, almost the entire late evening session. Talk about how you carry that momentum into this year.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, it's we had a pretty young team, and that was almost like the WPI teams of old when the coaching staff never left the wrestling area, and just bang bang, it was one WPI guy after another. In that last round of the first day, ended up with the highest placing in the regional era. Led the tournament in pins. It was a really good performance and shows that we've got some ability to go pretty far.
You mentioned being young last year. Also, you got to be excited. It looks like a very talented rookie group again this year.
Yeah, we bring in a couple of really accomplished guys out of the high school ranks, and we're yet to see what they will be as college wrestlers. But Tyler Marsh and Chase Lind and Brandon Wyant and Andy Hubina, a bunch of guys, that we're going to look to contribute from.
And start this week at the Roger Williams tournament. No team championships are ever really won in November, but also important to get everybody out there on the mat, I assume.
Yeah, for sure. Number one goal is to just get everybody out of the starting gates, get them on the mat, get them going. Nobody's going to remember whether you win the Roger Williams tournament or not. It's really meaningless for what we want to do as a program. And then we get the real season off and running the following week here with that big super quad.
And talk of that's kind of exploded from a try to a super quad. Now it's kind of a destination meet.
Yeah, well, we've got a couple teams coming from Pennsylvania, Ursinus and Kings, and then the traditional guys like Norwich and Roger Williams coming in, and then a new program, Castleton. So it's turned into a nice event that people want to jump into.
And then you have 2 other big meets at home in the Sports and Rec Center, and then you make a return to Harrington Auditorium, something new to the schedule. Well, not new to the schedule, but something that had been missed in the last few years.
Yeah, no, we haven't wrestled in Harrington in, I don't even know how long. And it's a nice opera. We have the one dual meet against it turned into a nice rivalry with Springfield. We have that one dual meet on the schedule, and it was a nice opportunity to go into Harrington and turn that into a big event.
Well, best of luck this weekend at the Roger Williams Invitational. We'll talk to you after your, as you mentioned, might be super duper quad on the 19th WPI. Wrestle 3 times against your Sinus, Norwich, and Kings on the 19th. We'll talk to you after that meet, Steve. Best of luck this weekend.
All right, great. Thanks, Rusty.